nothing to be ashamed about.
So they've got, oh.
I made this in 2nd grade.
And it's
like-
it's still there. It's lasted the test of time.
That's right. Paper mache. What do you know about paper mache?
Paper
bro?
mache. Is there
Brilliant.
like a paper towel tube in there? Is that what it's constructed from?
Yeah, probably. Probably. I don't remember. You have to go ask Mrs. Newman.
Okay.
Shout out Mrs. Newman.
Excited for our guest of honor. This is I'm a huge fan, to say the least. I'm a fangirl. I'm just a little baby bit. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the one and only Matthew Embree.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it.
You bet. You bet.
Okay. Well, I guess let's kind of get started by saying we wanted to congratulate you on your recent nuptials. You are a newlywed.
Hey, yeah.
Congratulations! As a member of the club, I love love your wife, love your life.
Yeah. Straight up, shout out my wife.
Shout out to your wife. Isn't that what they say? They say like happy wife, happy life.
That's what they say. I'll let you know. It works out.
So obviously we're going through a unique time, but do you guys have a honeymoon planned, or you already got to do that?
We kind of already did one. I mean, we wanted to do like a multi-parter, but given the scenario of the world right now, I don't know if we're going to be able to see that through. But we had like a little camping trip. We went up to Big Sur for a week, invited some friends, and that was pretty much our honeymoon. You know, it was awesome. Went camping and went to the beach and hiking and all that stuff. We like to do that together, so that was pretty much our honeymoon. And we also had a rad reception party here too.
Sweet. Hell yeah. Well, congratulations. That is very exciting. And congratulations also from Jordan. He's wishing you congratulations.
Jordan. All right.
So one of the things we wanted to ask about, and we saw this on your Instagram, was you were posting about the Olympics. Couple videos there, which was very exciting. You know, I'm glad that it actually was able to happen. They made it happen. So is there a sport that you would excel at if you could at the Olympics? And what sport would you be absolutely terrible at?
Oh, shit.
He's gonna be like fencing.
I'd
be so bad at every sport. That's funny.
Man, I mean, fencing, that is, you know, that's quite an endeavor. You know, I respect that. People who put time and effort into fencing. I don't know. I would probably be the most decent at surfing or something like that.
Some water sports, right?
Yeah, and I'd probably be the worst at synchronized swimming. But you know what looks the most fun, even though I would also like absolutely buck myself every time, is the diving off like the 10-meter board. I mean, it's amazing. Just imagine flying through the air like that, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
What about the people who do the handstands on the side too? Like, they're taking
incredible.
To another level.
Like,
my hands sweat watching that. Right, thinking about it right now, my palms are sweating.
Unbelievable. And I didn't even know this was a thing. And maybe you guys can tell me if this was an Olympic thing before. But the giant trampoline. Was that a thing? I just saw it this year for the first time. I always watch the Olympics, but
was there a giant trampoline?
Oh, mega trampoline. Oh yeah, that was a thing.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And like they do flips in the air and stuff like that.
Oh, like quad flips.
I think I know that event possibly. Like just triggering something. I don't know the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think Matt got it. Mega trampoline.
Mega trampoline.
Yeah, and just Optimus Prime is underneath holding it up like Megatron.
Yeah, he's there to bash you if you fall off the side. You know, excellence or death.
See, I always think about like how nervous I get, even just like doing a stream or like, you know, performing. Can you imagine having to be in that scenario where millions of people all around the world are like, how do you even get out of your head and try not to think about, you know, being nervous in this moment? It's insane.
Yeah, that's probably just as much of a obstacle as the physical part of it as well. You know, it's probably equal. Half of it is your mind and just being able to handle that pressure, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, look, like best in the world, the GOAT, Simone Biles, you know, I mean, she got you know, she snapped from the pressure or from other things going on in her life, but just in general, she didn't feel like her mental game was up to par of what her teammates expected of her, and so that's why she sat out for most of the ones. And she's the best in the world, you know. It happens to anyone.
Still is, and good for her. Mental health is so important, and I'm so proud that, you know, it 100%. Was put on that platform. Yep.
I don't think people understand how difficult gymnastics are. Also, like, it's not like a game of basketball when if your leg was sore, you could still kind of limp through the game and not miss a couple shots. Gymnastics is so precision based and fast and explosive that if you're not there, you know, good for you for recognizing and taking care of yourself.
Yeah, and you can legitimately break your neck. Like, for sure. Like, you just think about the torque of your body when they do the vault. You know, you're literally running as fast as you can and then launching into the air. If you're off by like a micrometer, you just slam your dome against the side of the mat. Game over. You're dust.
Yeah. Game over. Wow.
Yeah. And she, you know what? She doesn't owe anyone shit. So
no, absolutely not.
That's right. You know, and speaking of the Olympics, so Eurovision is essentially the Olympics of music competition. Okay. What bands would you want to compete with against in a Eurovision style competition? Like, if you guys were in Eurovision, who would you want to be your competition?
Who would I want to compete against?
Yeah.
Am I trying to win, or am I trying to play against the greatest?
Both.
Both?
There you go.
Man. I don't know. You got me. Trying to think.
Maybe like we'd have to get like a Def Leppard up there, or some old school, you know what I mean, someone to get, you know, a little bit of some stage presence, right, to build the mood, you know, and then we transfer into some Mars Volta or something crazy, right? Ooh. Okay,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Mars Volta would be a tough opponent, especially like Mars Volta in their prime. Is this like bands now? Because if it's Def Leppard now, like, we're gonna smoke them for sure.
Yeah.
Listen, they're going out on the road next year, and I couldn't get more excited. I love them.
Hey, good for them. Good for them. Keep getting them checks.
Oh, Def Leppard.
Yeah, let's say bands now. Bands now.
Bands now. You know, this is tough, kid, because you know, for the last 18 months, I mean, nothing's been happening in the band world, so like they're not in the front of my mind as far as like our contemporaries. It's just other stuff I've been listening to, but I don't know. I think I wouldn't want to compete against other shredders, but I'd probably want to go watch like a shred battle. Like, you know how they do like the rap battle.
Yeah, like versus. Okay. Yeah.
So I've been thinking, like, why doesn't anyone come up with a thing and have like a versus for bands? You know, up the stakes. Like, if you get beat, you have to quit. Like, your band has to quit. You know what I mean?
Forever?
Yeah, you pay for like band pink slips. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, that would make sense if it was like a traveling tour too. You'd be like, oh, you're kicked off the tour. You don't get the rest of the tour.
Yeah, you're out.
That's
it.
You're out.
Someone else gets to come in and take your spot. Cutthroat.
I like this idea. I like this. And it would be like a shred fest. That would be sick. There are so many old bands you could pull out that are like so similar, you know what I mean, that you could have face off from the 80s, the 90s, to 2010s to current right now, you know what I mean? So that's a great idea.
Who's like the first person that comes to your mind, like a band of any time that you would want to see in a shred fest? Because first person comes to my mind for some reason is Slash.
Oh, one of the greatest of all time.
Right, but he can't quit the band.
No, he can't quit.
Which band?
No,
right.
But Guns N' Roses not getting beat.
Right. Yeah. Guns N' Roses. You'd have to put Guns N' Roses against like Motley or something like crazy. It'd have to be, you know, some kind of like.
Now. Yeah.
I know, but I love Mick Mars too, dude. And he has such a sad story. Oh, brutal.
I would go with some classics. I would go with the one everyone wants to see, like Megadeth versus Metallica or something. Just straight up. You know what I mean?
Once and for all.
Once and for all. Like who? Like.
And you know, Dave Mustaine would train the hardest. You know, because he'd be like, "Oh, it's finding my chance. Finding my chance.
My chance to show them the world on the skin of our teeth."
Sick. That was a good Mustaine voice, Josh.
Oh, thanks, bro, dude.
Yeah.
I love me and Mustaine. That guy, that all like Euthanasia was my favorite random Megadeth album. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because it was the cover. It was the cover, man. The cover was like, you know. And when I saw it in the record store, I was like, "What is this? I have to have this. This looks forbidden." And I would listen to it, and even if it wasn't going to be the sickest album ever, to me, I was like, "I'm going to make it the sickest because this is the most." It was like children hanging upside down on clothing pins. It was pretty.
As you do.
It is a gnarly cover for sure. But you picked that over Rust in Peace.
Okay, so that's.
Or you were talking art here, only art.
I'm just talking art, and like that's how I broke into Megadeth. No, I had a friend who was like you, who would always talk shit, but no, man, Symphony of Destruction, Rust in Peace, and I would like, okay, I'm with you. He's like old school Megadeth. Hello, B, meet the real me. You know that, and I was like, that's how I'm with you. But I was like, but I even like newer Megadeth, like I can't think of the name of their new album. It's something Apocalypta or something Apocalypse in Cyborgs. Some Megadeth.
Of course it is. Yeah, of course it is.
I love, you can't go wrong. Megadeth Metallica versus battle. Sign me up.
Oh, it'd be amazing, especially like as old guys. But what you'd have to do is there have to be like significant money involved so that Mustaine can go get Friedman back, because without Marty Friedman, I don't know if they have a chance. They need Friedman back in the mix. Then Battle Royale
involved. You know, Lars is taking all the money. He's just
he's gonna try. He's definitely gonna try. But it doesn't matter, because if Metallica loses, that's it. They retire.
They retire.
You know? So this is like they're battling for good. Like who's the ultimate metal band of the 80s and 90s who's still playing now?
Did they ever replace Ellefson? Maybe that's a controversial topic, but
no.
I don't.
You know, I don't know. I think so, because the last time I saw a promo shot of Megadeth, it's just Dave Mustaine and a bunch of randos.
Yeah, of course, that's Megadeth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think Ellefson's gone. I think all the OGs are gone. You know.
Yeah, man. Well, all right, fair enough. But I love your idea for a show. You heard it here first, and if it happens, then they better pay you some royalties, because that's all you.
Better pay up, man.
Cut the check. Matt's waiting.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Well, kind of transition just a little bit. Obviously, you and your bands have played a multitude of festivals. So what would you say is your favorite part of playing festivals? And do you have a favorite festival to play?
My favorite festival I've ever played was Bonaroo, by far. Coachella was really cool, but it was it's not the same vibe, you know. Bonaroo, coolest festival, because everyone's camping. There's like no option. There's no luxury Airbnbs. There's no hotels. There's no nothing around. It's Manchester, Tennessee, you know? It's out in the middle of nowhere. And so there's more a cohesive vibe. Plus, like what they do for bands backstage, the setup. There's no VIP. You can't pay to be lurking back there with band members like Coachella. You get all these weird lurkers who paid like a G, who are like running around with their camera trying to get autographs, like when you're just trying to chill with your friends. Right. And Bonaroo is not down for that. They're just like, you got a little sector. It's cool. Anyway, I really enjoyed it.
Is that a festival that we know is like, have they announced any upcoming dates or?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not really up on this. I'm just kind of waiting for like someone to give me a call and tell me that my shows are not canceled.
Fair enough. I know the Gathering of the Juggalos just happened this past weekend. So whoop whoop. Shout out to all of our Juggalettes watching right now. Yeah.
Okay, low key, I really want to go to that sometime.
Low key, same.
You do?
Same. Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Hell yeah.
Low key, me too.
Hell yeah. Oh, and
my God.
The greatest
I've watched
thing,
videos of it for years.
Yeah. Oh no. Same here. Like, as long as I can have a shower, I'm set. Even if it's a Fago shower, like that works too. But our buddy of the show, Chris Hansen from To Catch a Predator, actually just made his first Gathering debut. He said he was going to clown up. Not sure if he did, but
he would be welcome there. They're like, yeah, he catches pedophiles. He can come hang out at the Gathering.
Oh, you kind of just blew my mind. Like, for real, homeboy from To Catch a Predator?
Yes.
Weird. That's so weird. Just he's going to the Gathering of the Juggalo.
Shit's hardcore, bro. Okay.
That is so hardcore.
It is.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
That's the place. Now, Gathering of the Juggalos, I would not want to camp out at the gathering. I'd bring the glam truck. I'd bring the glam bus for sure, with a security guard maybe too, to be like, hey, just keep the. But maybe I think I'm full of shit, because from what I've heard, the vibe at the gathering is super chill too. Like everyone's there, super chill, and they're like, hey, brother, it's all clown love. You know what I mean? So
no, for real. That's the thing. Right? Everyone hates on it. It's like really funny to make fun of it. And it is like, it's pretty clowny. I mean, it's literally clowny, you know?
It's literally clowny.
Yeah,
it's
some carny shit.
Yeah, it's on some clown shoe shit for sure. But you know it's probably cool. It's probably
cool.
There's a vibe there, man. For sure.
You know, people are probably like nice. You know, people are probably super nice, all Midwestern and nice. You know?
Everyone's family, you know, like that's just like Josh said, he watches stuff about it. My husband Jude and I, we watch so much stuff about the gathering, and I think it's because I'm so fascinated by not only like them as a band, but just the people, like just the love, like it's like the Beatles. People love, like they worship the ground. It's crazy.
Yes.
Anyway, how do we?
ICP, okay, ICP, and like every jam band have the best fans in the world, and ICP fans are kind of like jam band fans but Juggalo jam band fans, right? Stay with me.
We're here.
Yep.
We're here.
These fans, like jam band fans, Grateful Dead fans, they will follow a band that they love everywhere. Not only that, they don't give a shit what you play. You could play for 4 hours. They don't give a shit. They just want you to play music.
Shit. They're like, whatever.
Yeah, you can just make shit up, like Fish or whatever. Like make up.
Yeah, I was just about to say Fish.
They love it, and they're going to go to the next show, and they're going to follow you all around the country. It's like Juggalos are the same way. They're just like, dude, we roll. It's a whole environment, you know. I feel like that's what you got to go for, you know. That's what you want as a band.
100%.
Whoop whoop. Family.
Whoop
whoop. Whoop.
Shout out to the cool communities who make something worth it, man.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Ipso facto, Rx Bandits, we're turning into an ICP style band.
You're gonna clown up?
Yeah, we're clowning up.
Wicked clowns.
Wicked clowns. Love it.
Growing up I grew up in the Bay Area in California, and spent a lot of time in Berkeley and Oakland, and it's a similar meshing of the scenes, because you had the Berkeley jam band hippie scene mixing with the kind of the gangster rap coming out of Oakland, and they would meet in the middle of the park and light up, you know what I mean? They just smoke their weed together, and it was like that's how everyone kind of was like, oh, whatever, you know what I mean? And bands like Hieroglyphics and stuff like that, Deltron kind of grew out of that space, and that hip hop sound grew. So there's so much love in that culture, man. The Juggalos and jam bands have a lot in common.
ICP is that OG, like they were around when Hyro was around?
Absolutely.
So they're like early 90s? I guess that makes sense. I remember seeing like people wearing
Little Box, the Great Malenko were like 94, 96, I think.
You know album names. Yeah.
They had the first they had a lot of like underground stuff in Detroit coming out in the early 90s. Like it wasn't good at the time, but it was like, you know, it was their earlier stuff. So
fair enough.
Favorite Faygo flavor.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
That's
like
important. Matt, favorite Faygo flavor?
Watermelon.
Okay.
Josh,
I'm going with orange. Orange. It's orange Faygo for sure. Or you know what? Thai orange root beer.
Okay.
Because that's like the classic Faygo.
I'm a peach. Peach, and that's anyway. Well, Josh, what do you think? What's the next?
The Sound of Animals Fighting supergroup.
Yes.
Supergroup.
It is. It absolutely is a supergroup. So how did this all come to be, and how did you guys all kind of pick your identities?
It was a long time ago. It's hard to remember.
We're heading down memory lane.
I've done a lot of things that have restricted my memory over the years.
Fair
per se.
enough. Okay.
No, it's just my friend Rich Balling. He is the mastermind behind it, and he came up with the idea get a bunch of people together. And so for the first record, he got Chris, the drummer of Rx Bandits. He got him, so he started everything with him. He had him go in the studio and just had him play a bunch of shit. I think he bought him like a 30-pack of like Natty Light or something, and just said like, here, just play some shit. And Rich would tell him like, here, this kind of vibe, or like speed this up, slow it down, whatever. Played a bunch of stuff, and then they went and chopped like the drum, took out the good bits that they wanted, chopped them up, made them in a song. Anyway, I wasn't originally supposed to be in the band. It was supposed to be some other guitar players, but they couldn't hang. They couldn't play with all the wild shit that Chris made up. And so Rich, you know, he asked me to do some shit on it, and I did.
Fair
and
enough.
then as far as Anthony was concerned, I think Anthony came in the picture because at the time he was with Seosin, and I don't know, Rich must have met. I think he met him at Chain Reaction. That's a small venue here. Maybe you know about it, Josh. Or maybe both of you do. But it's been around for a minute. But it's a small, kind of janky venue. Speaking of Fago, it's like it always smells like stale soda in there. You know what I mean? But
Old Diet Coke and floor.
yeah, oh, exactly. And it's always sticky. The floor is always sticky. But shout out that place because our first headlining show was there, and like we played so many shows there, but we outgrew it. But yeah, he is insane. You're right. But he's insane in a beautiful way. But yeah, so they met at the Chain Reaction, and Rich just felt like, oh man, this guy's gonna, he's amazing. Basically, he was amazing, and he had to talk me into it too, because when he first recorded on it, like my brain, I couldn't. This was almost 20 years ago, man. We were all young. We were all in our early 20s, and like I think Anthony was like 21, and the way he still is, but he was really into Bjork. And so a lot of his melodies on that first EP are very Bjork style in that they'll go over like a measure or two over, like they're not neatly condensed into 4-bar measures or whatever, how you would normally like group a melodic stanza. Like a lot of them extend into the next part, even though we're still in like a 4/4 meter or something like that. Right. And I think I just, I wanted something that you could really sink your teeth into more, or my mind just wasn't evolved enough to handle it. And so at first I was like, I don't know about this guy, whatever. Rich was like, no, trust me. Like you're going to love this. It's amazing. Trust me. And then when I heard it, when it was all finished, I was like, oh, wow, you're right. And then, a year or two later, Anthony blew up, Circa Survive blew up, and, he became the indie rock heartthrob that he is today.
Fair enough. Chase wants to know which track from Waxwing was the closest to being an RX Bandits song.
Oh, none of them.
Okay.
None of them were close. That was all just songs that I wrote that had never been used for anything else, and they were all written on acoustic guitar and all mellow and kind of sad, So none of them were really RX Bandit style. And I to be honest, I never tried to rework them to make them that way either.
Okay. There's your answer, Chase. You got it. All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. So as far as like RX Bandits, was there ever like any other names that you considered? Because I know it was originally Pharmaceutical Bandits, and then you shortened it. But was there any other direction you were ever going to go?
Man. It's a long time ago. Long time ago. No, I don't think so. Pharmaceutical Bandits was like one of the first suggestions. Like we didn't really have like much of a filter as to what, none of us had any idea. We were in high school. We thought it would be cool to break into CVS. Well, it was Save On back then. We were like, oh, it would be cool to like break in there and steal a bunch of codeine and eat like a handful of them. Oh, that'd be cool. Pharmaceutical Bandits. There you go. Name of the band sticks with me for the end of time. Great.
It's very siller to another famous bandits group known as the Wet Bandits, who from Home Alone.
There you go. Didn't they become the Sticky Bandits? Right.
They did become the Sticky Bandits in the second one. They became the Sticky
Mm-hmm.
Bandits.
Yeah, but no one remembers the second one.
There'd always be the Wet Bandits. And
That's
he would
right,
always tell me,
that's right.
I don't know why you do that. Why do you do that? He's like, it's our calling card, you know? It's
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
flooding someone's house.
Oh man, it's such a rewatchable movie. I just watched it like I don't know, like a month ago again.
I always watch it at Christmas. It's always Home Alone is like for sure at Christmas.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Macaulay Culkin's in the new season of American Horror Story, which premiered last night. So
Right.
That should be an interesting watch.
Are you into that show?
Sure am. Yeah.
You're a fan? Have you watched
I
them
am.
all?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I watched the one season with the house with
Murder
the kid,
House,
and it
season
has like
one?
the kid, and he's like, they show like the cold open of one of the episodes is like a school shooting, and it's fucking terrifying.
Yes.
So I watched that season, and it like, I don't know, I like some horror stuff, but it fucked me up for real.
That's a traumatic show for sure.
It was terrifying.
For sure.
You literally watched season 1, episode 1.
Is that season 1? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it is pretty traumatizing, but the other seasons aren't like that at all.
Oh no.
I mean,
It gets a lot more phantasmical and still horror elements with the mental, like what's going on, but they kind of lust it up a little bit and add in some more flavor, so it's not all about shock horror. So
that one was hard. Yeah.
Now they brought it. They kind of do. There was I loved American Horror Story Cult. I thought that one was really good, but that one was when they went back to kind of. There's it's a flavor, you know what I mean? I don't watch The Walking Dead all year round because I'm not in the mood for it, but sometimes I'm in the mood for it. So
yeah,
I'm with you
for sure.
Walking Dead got super lame though, but that's another thing. I want to stay on target here because I have a question about it. Because I really liked Connie Britton. I mean, I still really like her. She's great because I loved the first 2 seasons of Friday Night Lights. I'm not a big teen dramedy guy, but that was amazing. Not gonna lie, Friday Night Lights. But anyway, sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, that first season was so like it had so much like mental anguish and suicide and stuff like that. I don't know. It was like messed up. So I never watched another one. If there was another season that if I should try it again, which one would that be?
I go Coven.
Coven.
A lot of people love that one.
Yeah. Freak Show.
I was going to say Freak Show is a really good one because it's just different. It's about a carnival in like the 30s or 20s, maybe 40s.
In Jupiter, Florida. Yeah.
Yep. And it's a good one. Maybe go there.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what? Freak Show. It's completely different. The acting is impeccable. If you can get past Kathy Bates' accent, ? Whatever it is.
It's some weird Irish accent. She's trying.
I love Kathy though. I'm not even mad at her.
She's hardcore.
Yeah.
And it has I cannot remember her name for God's sake. The other main female lead,
Emma Roberts,
Elsa.
Oh, you're talking about Jessica. Lange.
Jessica Chastain. Yes.
Yeah.
It was her final season. Jessica Lange. Yes. Well, see, that was years ago, and I saw it. No spoilers.
Yeah, I'm doing a convention in Knoxville on Halloween weekend, and one of the panels I'm hosting is for Dylan McDermott, which will be really fun. So, yeah, he's the guy from Murder House season 1. So,
the husband.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, man.
So, yeah, that'll be neat. But okay, so we have to know: is there any new music on the horizon? Anything that we can look forward to with any of your projects?
Yeah, there is. We started writing some more RX tunes. We've got like 5 of them. But given the parameters of the pandemic, it's just coming along real slow, you know. I've written probably about between 13 and 15 ideas that prospectively will be Sound of Animals fighting songs, but we don't know for sure. It depends on like how the other guys feel about them, stuff like that. And of course, we're all spread out all over the country, so that happens a little slow as well. I'm almost done with another solo record of mine, and I've got kind of a Weird Al thing
Yeah.
It's like a joke record that a friend of mine and I wrote, like, as a joke, like a few years ago. We're just like trying to find a good place for it, because it's, I don't know, we can't really just release it under our names because it's a joke, the whole thing is a joke. Anyway, it's all about dinosaurs.
So, I love it.
My favorite.
I love it.
Yeah. I love dinosaurs. I love Weird Al. He's in like my top probably 5 favorite of all time. What a brilliant man.
He's amazing. We played a festival one time where he was the headliner, and I got to watch him from the side of the stage. It was amazing.
Did he bring out the stormtroopers when you played with him?
No, he didn't do stormtroopers, but he had the fat suit, and he did like he had costume changes almost every song. Like he really went in. He wore like the Coolio, the Amish Paradise gear, he had like a butter churner thing, and he had like all this cool. He had like a projection screen behind him, and he had all this all these like cool interstitial parts made just for the tour. Like he had this fake interview this was like 2009. So he had a fake interview with Kevin Federline. And,
as you do.
Yeah, as one does.
Yeah.
And where like Weird Al is dressed up as like kind of a nerdy reporter, and he's interviewing Kevin Federline. And I get they either, I don't know how you do it, but it sounded like Kevin Federline actually answering these questions. I don't know if they got like a sound-alike voice actor. Maybe Josh, you could clue me in on that a little bit more. But anyway, basically Weird Al just ripped on Kevin Federline for like 5 minutes straight, and like through the audience, like 10,000 people were like roaring. It was amazing.
What, Josh? How's your K-Fed?
Little
Kevin rusty.
Line, America's Most Wanted. He says, I just remember his rap album. You remember he had a rap album?
Not
Kevin Federline got a weird rap because look. Britney Spears. Look. Britney Spears is an enigma. Okay, we can all agree she is definitely
long-time watcher of Talkulture. Yeah, go ahead.
She is an amazing individual who has broken boundaries, changed the game, no doubt about it. But she's very mysterious. We don't know Britney, and her life has always bred mysterious things. Kevin Federline is a direct result of nothing other than Britney Spears' mysterious life. He's the father of her 2 children. When he came about, it was because they got together and everyone hated on him because they're like, oh, you're with Britney, she's a prize, she's a dime, she's the queen, you're trash, you're not worth this, girl. And he was like, whatever. You know what I mean? Kind of like K-fed it out. And I think that dude got a bad rap because in the end, what did he do? He went home and gained 50 pounds and raised those 2 kids. You know what I mean? Like, good for you, brother. Be a dad. You know what I mean? I think K-Fed ended up dadding out.
Hell yeah.
Right? But to think about how his rise was so meteoric, I'm like, people strictly wanted to buy his rap. I was like, I hate you. I'm envious.
Yeah, people love to hate him. They
love to hate that guy.
But stop me if I'm wrong. I feel like K-Fed 100% would come with us to the gathering of the Juggalos.
100%. And so would Britney. Britney would go. Britney would be welcome there.
I feel like he would perform.
Where is the Britney Spears ICP collab? We're waiting. Whoop, whoop.
Come on. Time is ticking. Time is ticking.
Whoop me, baby. One more whoop.
That would be something else.
Well, okay.
Something else. No, but for real, Federline could do some ICP shit like right now.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
His raps were not that bad. He was actually pretty good, and when he had decent production. Yeah.
Oh, hot take.
Hot take.
Maybe not his content, his production. I'll say. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'll give him the production level.
I know Vanilla Ice did perform this past weekend.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sick.
Vanilla Ice had a hardcore period when he did stuff with the Bloodhound Gang, and he did a lot of stuff with the Bloodhound Gang. When there's a song he did with them that's like, wait, who is this? I remember my wife had it. She's like, this is Vanilla Ice.
Good for him. A1A Beachfront Avenue. Yup. Well, Matt. Okay, so how about this? I'll ask a question. Josh, you ask a question, then we'll go to the game.
Sounds good.
How does that sound? Okay. So my question for you, Matt, is what prompted you to want to start your own record label?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just cause.
I love it.
Yeah. Nothing. I mean, it was like Yeah, I just wanted to put out my friend's record. And so like, I started a record label, but not really. It was just, we just got a PO box and sent records out of my mom's garage. Yeah. I want to put out a friend's record, and I ended up putting out a bunch of friends' records.
Damn, so you're a good friend.
You're a good friend.
You're a good
man.
You're a good
okay,
man.
So we know music, Matt. Music can severely affect our mood and make us feel happy and sad. What's a go-to song that you listen to, a band all the time that can instantly turn your day around?
Oh, To Love Somebody by Nina Simone.
Love it.
Ooh.
Or Real by Nina Simone, or man, I was just thinking of one that I just listened to in the last like 24 hours. Ain't That Good News by Sam Cooke.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot. Oh, Pascuala Ilabaca Ifana. You ever heard of her? She's a Chilean artist. She put out a record 2 years. I got to look up the exact name of it so that if anyone cares to listen.
But what a beautiful name.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, she's incredible. She's a queen. She's unreal. Chilean artist. Yeah. The record is called El Mito de la Pergola.
Okay.
It's so good, man. I mean, it came out in 2018. Probably listened to it more than anything else that year. Is amazing. But it's really cool, like mix of, it's like multi-genres, but most of them are centered around Latin American music styles. But she's like really really classically trained singer, but also trained in like Indian singing methods as well. So she'll incorporate different, like microtonal scales into some of her melodies, stuff that you'd really never hear in Western music because we only use 12 different notes here. But in India and in other Eastern music, they use more like 24. And I can't recommend her enough. But yeah, her and Nina Simone. We'll stop there.
Girl power. But thank you for the recommendation. I will
I
will absolutely check those out. What about you, Josh?
You know what? For me, I'm gonna go with like Hall & Oates. Like I can't go for that. I go for like I'll play that. I'll play Wildfire, an old song. I'll play some Christopher Cross. I'll play Sailing. Just kind of keep it chill.
Okay.
And then I'll play I got some boogie down stuff that I listen to, like some old school, like Parliament, you know what I mean? Stuff like that too. That's like my go-to in the car. Hall & Oates always will make an appearance for sure. And then like we got Guitar Hero or Band Hero or something, because my wife and I were bored with the baby and we're like, let's get the drum set and this for guitar. We'll play this, and we got some Hall & Oates songs on there. So it's been fun.
Oh yeah. See, I'm a Jim Croce all day.
Okay.
Oh,
my number one favorite artist of all time. Yeah.
That's your number one?
I mean, between that and Alice Cooper. Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's rad. I just listened to not Big Bad Leroy Brown, but the You Don't Tug on Superman's Cape. What's that one?
You don't spit in. You don't mess around with Jim.
Yeah. You don't mess around with Jim, right? Yeah, I have 2 of his songs I have on my running mix. I listen to him, every other day. So
good. May I recommend a song? The Hard Way Every Time.
The Hard Way Every Time?
Yeah. It's a lesser known one of his songs, but it is like such a beautiful, impactful message, and I am just obsessed with him. And once again, gone way before his time. So
yeah. R.I.P. Jim. Man, back in those days, I swear, like little prop planes killed so many of the greats. Like, isn't that wild? Think of how many people died in like a 10-year span.
Buddy Holly, all those guys. Big Bopper, Richie.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Leonard Skinner.
Oh yeah, right. Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Croce. I can't believe I'm completely blanking on this dude's name. He's one of the greatest singers of all time. Sitting on the dock of the bay.
Otis Redding.
Otis Redding. Jeez.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's what happens when you get old. Unreal.
Yeah. Well, let's try to flip the mood a little bit with our game of Would You Rather.
That's right.
That's right. Ooh, Josh, you want to introduce it? Because that was beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Time once more for another game. It's a game of Would You Rather with our guest, Matthew Embree. And so our first question, Matt, as you can see here, is rolling on the screen as our production truck gets it ready. Would you rather, in this game, would you rather go back in time and play at Woodstock or go back in time and play at Live Aid?
Ooh, that's tough.
You don't have to follow Queen. You do.
Oh, I can be main support to Queen?
Yeah, you don't have to follow. You can be main support.
Heavy. I don't even know. I think the edge goes to Woodstock.
Okay.
So I could try the brown acid.
Fair enough. Man, I feel like I've watched so many documentaries about both of them. It would be hard for me to choose, but I think for Janis Joplin, I go Woodstock. I think I go Woodstock, but that's right. Choose Woodstock, right?
And you know what else too? Like the Grateful Dead, by the way, Grateful Dead performed there, and like there's no footage of them because apparently there was some issue. Like with I don't know if it was the camera, they ran out or something, but the Grateful Dead performed a whole set and you've never seen any of it. So it'd be cool to see that.
Ooh. And also Joe Cocker, A Little Help from My Friends. One of my favorite performances. It's just chef's kiss. All right, here's the next one. Would you rather transform God, this graphics. Transform into a walrus via the movie Tusk or transform into a wolf? I guess via American Werewolf.
Okay, well, I have some questions of the parameters of this transformation. Is this a permanent transformation or?
No. I guess we'll say once a year.
Once a year.
Once a year.
Okay, and how long do I remain this other mammal?
24 hours.
24 hours. Okay, so got to break it down here. Would I look like this walrus creature or would I be an actual walrus?
Well, so that one's Justin Long. So it would be like you, but in that scenario, yeah.
Oh, so I'd look just like this hagged, like bizarre.
Oh, have you not seen Tusk?
No.
Okay. Oh,
no, I told you before, kid. I'm kind of lame when it comes to horror movies. Although we can talk about some awesome horror movies that I do like, but that's a whole other thing. I think I would probably turn into a wolf because then I could go like Teen Wolf style, ride on the top of a van, like dunk on people from half court.
Hell yeah. Great choice.
Or the guy who showed his dick in the end scene of that movie too in the bleachers. No one knows about that? All right, moving on. No, not a problem.
Was it an extra?
It's true. If you look in the end scene of the basketball scene, when he shoots it, like in the crowd, there's a guy standing on the bleachers who zips his pants down and like pulls it.
What?
Okay, well, I know what I'm watching tonight.
Dude, is that like some
it's some underground stuff that like no one ever knew, and it's not really like you don't like see, it's in the background, but something's happening. You're like, this dude's definitely showing his dick.
so it's like some Little Mermaid priest boner.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
So it's still in there to this day.
Yes, maybe in recent copies it's been like edited out, but there are copies for years that existed with it. Yes.
Oh, there's been an urban legend that at the end of Teen Wolf, one extra flashes his. Okay. All right. I found the YouTube link. All right. Gonna watch it out.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
My life has been enriched.
That's fine. You're welcome. Useless information. All right. Next up. Would you rather, Heather? Why don't you take this one?
Sorry, I'm looking at it. Okay. Would you rather cover a song from the first album you ever bought or cover a song from the first band you ever saw live?
Oh, easy, dude. Cover a song from the first band I ever saw live.
Which was?
Well, my parents will probably dispute this, but the first real concert I ever went to was Allman Brothers and Tom Petty. When I was 7. My dad took me to the show, and I remember some guy in the crowd passed my dad a pipe, and for a split second he thought about hitting it, but I was staring at him. So he's like, "No, I'm good," and like pass it along. I guarantee he doesn't remember that, but like it stuck with me. I was like, "What is this? Doesn't smell like tobacco."
That wacky tobacco.
I was like, "I like this shit." No, it's either that concert or Raffi. But either way, I'm down.
Raffy,
Yeah.
Baby Beluga, Banana
Oh
Phone.
no, fuck Baby Beluga. I can't hang with that song. But the other ones, cool.
I got the whole world in his hands. Right?
Hey.
Yo,
Good
Raffy
stuff, yeah.
slaps. Oh man.
1, 2,
Yo,
3,
shout out
4,
to
5, 6, 7, 8, Banana Phone.
Yeah.
Yo,
Everyone wants a banana phone.
Everyone
I'm not
wants a
even
banana
lying.
phone.
I'm listening to Raffy tonight. Oh my
Yeah.
god. So excited.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Raffy. Okay.
All right, next up, would you rather, keeping it moving, would you rather never have your guitar go out of tune, which would be helpful, or never break a string on your guitar? Seems to be the culprit.
I'd rather have it never break a string on my guitar because going out of tune's cool sometimes.
Okay. Okay. I like the justification. Cool. All right, here's the next one. Would you rather never be able to listen to music from the 60s or never be able to listen to music from the 80s?
Oh. I can't do either of these. Both ways you're bummed. Man, that's rough. I'm gonna say,
Yeah, this one's.
I can't.
Is there a thing where you're like allowed to pass on like just one? Like you get like a.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's a game. I'll play.
Okay.
I'm just being dramatic.
It's okay.
Adding to the, whatever. I'll get rid of the 80s because I can't hang without the 60s. There's like so many of the goats that I wouldn't be able. The 80s would be rough though because then I can't listen to "That's All" by Genesis. I can't listen to "Got My Mind Set on You." I got my mind set.
Oh, such a good song.
Yeah.
But those are gone. Those are out.
Those are out. But see if with the 60s, that means I can't listen to any Sam Cooke record except for the religious one from 1959, which is also sick. But no Sam Cooke, no Buddy Holly, no Hendrix, no. I mean, come on.
No Beatles.
You lose all the goats. No Beatles. Not a single Beatles. By the way, check this shit out. Hold on.
Okay.
Stand by. See?
Oh, cool. Okay.
There's quite a bit of Beatles album literature there.
Yeah. It's my mom's. I'm in my mom's Beatles room.
She has a room.
She has a room, a Beatles room, and I'm in it.
I got the. There's my Yellow Submarine.
Oh, Yellow Submarine! Dude, we got a sick look. Check this out.
Oh.
Hey.
Hey.
Josh, where's your Beatles stuff?
It's downstairs, actually. I have a record I bought at Walmart, a Beatles record. I'm not ashamed. You know what I mean? I'm not ashamed. I bought this is a record where.
Why would you be ashamed? Nothing to be ashamed about.
I've got it. Oh.
I made this in 2nd grade.
And it's still there. It's lasted the test of time.
That's right. Paper mache. What do you know about paper mache?
Paper mache. Is there like a paper towel tube in there? Is that what it's constructed from?
Yeah, probably. Probably. I don't remember. You have to go ask Mrs. Newman.
Okay.
Shout out Mrs. Newman.
We actually have her on tomorrow, so we'll.
Sick.
Yeah,
She's
we'll
great.
cover that. We'll cover that.
She's one of the top 3 all-timers for me, for sure.
Hell yeah. All right, Josh, you want to take the next one?
All right. Would you rather, my friend, be the first musician to do a concert from outer space or the first to perform a show underwater?
I'm going underwater because I love the ocean.
Yeah.
And it would be sick to set up on like the Great Barrier Reef. It'd be like a benefit for the reef show. And everyone. So wait, hold on. I have a question about the parameters again. Okay. Can I now breathe underwater? Do I get am I like a Poseidon type creature now?
I will offer you two ways. I'll offer you the Poseidon-like gills when you're an amphibious creature who lives and can breathe the oxygen out, Aquaman style, or we'll construct a dome out of magic entities that'll let people hear the music, but you'll still be in the dome with the air.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Cool.
Luxury.
Cool.
Like Bonaroo, cool. Taking care of our people.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Josh. Good looking out. Yeah, I would take the Poseidon gills for sure, especially if you could like shield them, you know, like if you could just look normally, because then you'd be able to just explore the sea, just go full Ariel style, you know, be on land, on the sea, still have a voice, you know, best of both worlds.
As long as Ursula doesn't come for you.
That's right. Oh, dude, when I was a kid, the Garden of Lost Souls, you know, like like the little buddies that could shrink them down, take your soul and shrink you down. That was the scariest shit to me when I was a kid.
Terrifying. And I didn't like Flotsam and Jetsam either. No. They were scary eels.
Yeah, they were scary for sure.
All right. Well, we got 2 more of these, so here we go. Would you rather write a concept album about conspiracy theories or write a concept album about cryptids?
I kind of already wrote a concept album about cryptids.
He answered that
earlier. I mean, they're both dope. I think I'd prefer the one about cryptids. But the concept album about conspiracy theories would be super dope too. Just like, especially if you're just making fun of the shit the whole time.
Talk about going down a rabbit hole, though. That has to be some stuff. All right, Josh, you ready to take it?
And lastly, final question.
This one's hard.
Would you rather, this is another thinker, would you rather be able to have a conversation with Jimi Hendrix or Freddie Mercury? Jimmy or Freddie?
Oh, man. All right, I'm going with Freddie because I was at Woodstock where I would have already chilled with Jimmy for sure. We would have taken LSD together. Had a great trip. It would have been wonderful. So I would like to go back and hang out with Freddie. A lot to ask him. Plus, I heard as he was an epic partier as well. It'd be pretty cool to go hang out. I mean, more than anything, I would want to be like just to be able to chill and hang out at the studio when they made Night at the Opera.
Oh, God. Yes.
Like for real, I would give years off of my life to be able to go and experience that, you know?
Yeah.
Like what was the vibe in there, right? When that was going on?
Just excellence everywhere.
Excellence. And like
bleeding it, radiance, like bursting through the walls. And
I can't. And talk about one of the greatest albums of our existence. That is just,
Yeah, that's top 5 all time for me. No question.
Well, we have reached the end of our game. We have reached the end of our stream. Matt, before we wrap it up, any final thoughts you want to leave us with here?
Not really.
Okay.
Okay. I was going to say, you know, it's now that I have these newfound abilities to breathe underwater, I look forward to exploring the depths of the Marianas Trench.
Ooh, the deepest part of the ocean.
Yeah.
Right? Let us know how it is.
I will if I ever return, because I probably won't. Have you ever seen The Abyss?
Yes. They go pretty
Good old Ed Harris. Good old Ed Harris.
He's such a G. Ed Harris is such a G.
Yeah. Well, send us a postcard. It might, be soggy, but like we'll take it, right?
Yeah, sure. I'll send you a soggy postcard.
Cool. Appreciate you. So before we do wrap it up, we want to go over our upcoming guests that we have on the stream. So next Tuesday, we are joined again by Greg Proops from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Greg Proops.
I love him so much. Then Tuesday, following after, we're joined once again by Casey Jost, who was just actually commissioned, him and his brother Colin, to write the upcoming Ninja Turtles movie. So that's pretty cool. Then the following Tuesday, we have Patrick Stone from Butterside. They were signed by Motorhead, so that's pretty neat. And then the following Tuesday after that, we have Hello Puppet, which, Josh, I'm sure you could say way better than me.
Hello Puppet.
Oh, very good. Lee Ehrenberg. And then in October, we have Nick from Bayside, and we have more guests that will be joining us. Matt, this has been such a delight. And Josh, thank you for your co-hosting fantabulous abilities. I hope we can do this all again real soon. Matt, once again, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Matt, for rolling with us.
Yeah, all right, it was a lot of fun. Thank you.
You want to leave us with any projects we can look out for you in the immediate future, where we can find your newest projects, Matt? What are we pushing right now?
You can just follow me on the social stuff, and I'm sure I'll mention it at some point.
Torques or us. Well, from all of us here on land to all of you in the sea, we wish you well, and we'll see you under the sea.